Hello and welcome to another episode of Living Life in North Idaho. Today, we are talking about the state of the market. Now, I know not everybody is interested in the finite details of the real estate market, so stick around because at the end of this video, I have a special sneak preview of a town I'm going to do a full video on later this summer. It's one of the hottest towns in North Idaho in the summertime, and very few people know about it. So make sure you stick around for that. So what is happening in the real estate market last month? Now, everything we're looking at, it takes the full month for them to collect all the data. So we're going to be looking at January's data today. And this isn't the full super in-depth picture. If you want that information, just leave me a comment or reach out with a text or email letting me know, hey, I want that full report. I really want to know what's going on in your guys' market and the in-depth details of what's been going on. We can provide that to you. So to dive in, homes for sale in the Coeur County market in the MLS is 1,081 right now, which as you can see, back in January of 2022, it was below 700. So getting back up there is much healthier for those people who are actually looking to buy in this year. Next, median days on market. As you can see, that has dropped significantly since 2020, and it has not fully recovered. It's being consistent right now, staying at about 55 days, as you can see, but it is not fully recovered. So it still shows that it's very much so a still pretty hot market, nothing compared to last year, but homes are still moving pretty quickly. Months supply of homes is 2.8 months, which as you can see at the beginning of 2022, it was just over 1 month. So this means that the market is getting much healthier, means that buyers have more options for when they're looking to buy a house. The median sales price, I know a lot of you are expecting that this is going to take a big dive. That's what the media is telling us. But as you can see, it's staying consistent at 550,000. The new homes that are coming on the market, they're listed at about 499. So builders are starting to get the picture that they can't just build something and get whatever they're asking for it. They really need to try to stay under that 500,000 mark if they want to see their inventory move. And lastly, the median sales price, 500. Oh, I already went over that. Just kidding. I don't know why I had to. So guys, that is overall the snapshot, the 10,000 foot view of what's happening in our market and comparing it to what's happened in the last couple of years. As you can see, it's not a major dip. In fact, it's really showing signs of just being a healthier market for buyers and for sellers. Now, I know sellers are like, what? I want to be able to ask whatever I want and get that. That's not a healthy market because when they go to be a buyer, they don't appreciate that from the seller. So overall, it's much better. But what does it look like for actual buyers and sellers? What are they experiencing on the front lines? To go over what buyers are experiencing, my awesome agent, Stephen Cox, is going to talk about that.
Hi. What my buyers are seeing right now are offers being accepted under asking price, some negotiation being made with seller concessions, such as seller paid closing costs or prepaid interest. We're able to negotiate on things that aren't included, like maybe washer and dryer or the kayak. It's just generally a better market for buyers. Last year, it was fully a seller's market, and it's leaning towards a buyer. So if you're a buyer, it's a good time right now. Your agent can negotiate for you and get things done.
Yeah, overall, I mean, a lot of people, they're so bummed that they missed out on those lower interest rates. But you have to remember, most of our buyers were having to come in 10, 20, 50,000 over asking. So they know, I mean, sometimes the appraisals wouldn't have been appraised for that. So sellers started to only accept cash offers knowing that it's probably not going to appraise. So we're in a much healthier market. Yes, having higher interest rates is no fun, but overall, having lower competition, being able to actually ask for concessions, keep your inspection contingent on the offer, that's much better for the buyer. So to talk about what sellers are experiencing, my awesome agent, Kelly Upchurch, is going to talk about that.
Hello. What I'm seeing with resellers is when you're doing the CMA, the market analysis, there's not a lot of inflating going on as there was last year. Like Steven said the buyers are having a little bit more opportunity to get some reduction in the purchase price. And the sellers are also willing to do the pre-home inspections with a good inspector. And then they are fixing some of those if there's any issues before listing the home. And then that way their house is ready to sell without a lot of contingencies for repairs.
Yeah. I mean, I can tell you right now. So my wife and I bought a house last summer, and we couldn't ask for anything. And there were quite a few things that had to be done, and we had to pay for the repairs before we even owned the house, because the sellers were like, look, if you don't buy it, somebody else will. That's not happening anymore, which is so good, because I'm getting quotes on fixing some of the other stuff, and it's pretty expensive right now. So when you go to buy a house and you see something that's not right, you actually can, as a buyer, ask for that to get fixed. And the sellers now know, yeah, if we want this house to sell, we're probably going to have to do that. It's a much more equal negotiation versus what it was. So again, this is just kind of a snapshot of what's going on. The information I'm sharing is not as in-depth as we can go. I don't really want to get that in-depth on video, but if you are a serious buyer or you're a serious seller and you want that in-depth report, we can absolutely provide that to you. It's accurate within a week, where this information is obviously last month. All you have to do is reach out with a phone call, text, or email letting me know. You got to give me your email, and we'll get you signed up. We can get that sent to you every single month. Now remember, stick around, don't leave yet, because we are going to show you a sneak preview on one of North Idaho's hottest towns in the summer. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. On to the sneak preview. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we are doing a sneak preview of a very special town just 45 minutes outside of Coeur, Idaho. Harrison, Idaho is one of Idaho's smallest towns with a population of just over 229 people, but during the summertime, you definitely would know it was that small. That's because when the weather heats back up, Harrison is a very popular place. Thousands of people come here for the food, the drinks, and the great times. Now, living in a town with a lot of visitors during the summer is not for everyone. Luckily, there are many large acre properties, including one of Idaho's most prestigious ranches, just outside of town. Harrison is where you can be in a very small North Idaho town, or be just outside that town and have your 10, 20, 50 acres. There's even some private airstrips up here. There are some downsides to living here, like the distance to Costco and the long, windy drive right along the lake. But we'll get into more of that when I do a full video on this awesome town later this year. But if you don't want to wait and you want to get more information on Harrison, Idaho, just reach out at the phone number or email address listed below. Day, nights, weekends, it does not matter. We love helping people get moved to this wonderful area. Thank you for watching this video, and until the next one, I will see you later.